All right. Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to A3Vest. Let's give ourselves about 2 to 3 minutes as we like and share this Facebook Live. And then for myself, obviously, right now, what I'm trying to do is to share this Facebook Live so that we can reach out to as many people as possible. And we would like to have as many people as possible to first and foremost understand the fundamentals or what they are going to probably acquire when they sign up for any of our course. The first course being the foundation right here at A3Vest. And then moving forward, we have the next 3 levels of financial literacy courses. Okay, so please do join me and like and share this Facebook Live, because it is definitely will benefit you in the long run, especially during this Christmas period. Why? Because I will share with you later on how you can win yourself USDT, so you can start trading. Okay, so let me just share this uh, Facebook Live to my Facebook. All right, we just need to like and share. I'll be joining you in a while. And some of you are actually joining me from Zoom, so thank you so much for your time. And obviously, we had some showers today, and it's a very nice, cool weather. And of course, it's nice to be around our loved ones, and more so because we are in the last month of 2021. Yes, it's so time really flies, and then we are also in our second year of pandemic, and obviously this is really an endemic. We have to live with COVID and whatever new variants there are in the market, right? So thank you, and very good evening. My name is Shireen, and I am the CMO, or the Chief Media Officer at A3Vest Pte Ltd. Just a little bit about the company. We are about, let's see, now probably about 9 months old. Okay, we started off sometime back in March 2021, where A3Vest Pte Ltd was incorporated. And then in the 9 months, we have grown our A3Vest community or family, and as we like to call them, A3Vesters, because they are not just students here, they are learners who have benefited as investors, invested their own capital, their own money, and making profits, quite good profits, some handsome profits. And what is A3Vest all about? Well, we are a learning center where we share how and you can benefit from financial literacy or financial literacy courses, mainly from cryptocurrency trading. And then moving forward, we will like to share the roadmap for you to benefit as well, not just for yourself, but also your loved ones. your family members, your friends, anyone that you believe will need this platform for them to, hey, make extra income, right? So today and every Thursday night we have our crypto night, or we like to say our Facebook Live, whereby we will share information and we will share a preview of what's to come when you sign up for our foundation course. All right, and then almost every week we will be with somebody from our A3Vest family community, one of our A3Vesters, to share his or her experience during their time with us. All right. So without further ado, I believe most of you would have liked and share this Facebook Live to as many people as you know. That will definitely benefit from hearing us tonight. Okay, so this is A3Vest logo. As you can see here, we have the three A's that represent acquiring, aptitude, and altitude. Well, acquiring definitely is what I like to show you next. Acquiring the knowledge, right? The right knowledge definitely will pay the best interest, because without the proper knowledge, without the founding knowledge of understanding what financial literacy is all about, you will not benefit in the long run. You probably benefit just by trying your luck, but this is not about luck. When you put your capital into something or into an investment, it is really not about luck. It is more about your knowledge and understanding, and then how you can maximize your investment or your capital, and so that the money work hard for you rather than you work hard for the money. Right? So this is the basic understanding that we all must have first before we put any of our capital or investment into any financial platform. All right. So an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. I'm sure each and every one of us, whether we are here or anywhere in the world, have all these words that you see here in our heads or at the back of our minds, because we are all human beings, all right? And being a human being, it's of mankind's nature that we would like to always try to have more money, more financial freedom, and trying our very best to reach financial freedom as much or as we can, based on our capabilities, our abilities, and our probably experience and knowledge. However, so how do we do that, right? If we are only going to say do our work day in day out, or our business, and when times like this past 2 years of COVID-19, everybody is facing tough times. Whether you are having good job or whether you are probably doing great business before COVID-19, and suddenly everything came to a halt or came to a stop. So what else can we do, or what else do you do? I think these are questions that only you can answer yourself, and then look at other opportunities, especially how best you can make your money work hard for you. Now, in order to understand what I just mentioned earlier on, I think we have to be very honest to ourselves and ask, where are we at this current point in time in our lives? All right. So whether are we in the E quadrant, the S quadrant, or the B quadrant, or the I quadrant, right? So what do I mean by this cash flow quadrants? If you are an employee, what you do is you trade your time for an X amount of dollars at the end of the month, which is better known as salary, for you to enjoy. However, so most times as employee, we always ask ourselves, is this worth the money, with the amount of time that we put in, with the amount of effort and stuff like that? But then again, some of us will say, oh, we have no choice. But the choice is actually ours to make. All right. So by trading your time, your bosses or your employers will remunerate you with the X amount of dollars. Obviously, of course, they will have to make profit. So what they pay you is only based on what they deem um, equivalent to your time, or what they deem necessary for you. Okay, so if you're happy with that, fine, continue to be an employee. But still, being an employee, you can have the I mindset or the roadmap to become an I, which is an investor. Okay, how? We will show you shortly. Then we also have people like myself, or there are a lot of other people out there who are in the S quadrant, which is self-employed, whereby we put the number of hours that we want to work in whatever field that we want, and then we will get the amount of money as according to the amount of effort that we put in, and the time, and the understanding, the experience that we have throughout our career, our lifelong journey, and then you make that sum of money. So that belongs to the self-employed group, not necessarily doing business. It can be homemakers, it can be home-based business, but it can be even drivers, or delivery riders and stuff like that. But then you will definitely fall into the category of self-employed. Now, the next category is definitely the business owner. However, this business owner will have more responsibilities to ensure that employees are kept happy and they are paid well, so that you don't have a high turnover of staff, and many other factors that will not necessarily have that business owner having a good night's sleep, because they will have to always be thinking all the time, 24/7, on how to grow their business, whether it's locally or regional or globally, and every other matters that will ensure the business runs smoothly, and obviously that they would have a successful business. And finally, we have the I quadrant, which is the investor quadrant. All of us, whether we are in the E, S, or B, will need, one way or another, to have the I mindset, which is the investor's mindset, whereby we make our money work harder for us, whereby we make our capital, whatever savings that we have, to work harder for us, so that we can retire earlier, and retire at a more comfortable financial situation. I think this is definitely it. I guess a lot of our dreams, a lot of us have these dreams and goals to achieve. But how do we do that? So I think what we were going to share definitely will interest you. Now, what I'm going to share are some proven track records of our A3Vesters over the last 9 months or so, but there are thousands of them. However, we just will pick and choose a few. One would definitely be from this lady who started off sometime back in first week of October. All right, so her name is Juwairia, or we like to call her June, or her very glamorous name is MJ. Why MJ? Is not Michael Jackson, but it's more, we call her as Magnificent Ju, because of the time frame that she took to understand trading cryptocurrency, and then became very good at it. And now she's training a lot of the other new students, as well as sharing her experience that have benefited a lot of the A3 investors, whether they have been trading for quite some time, or for those people who have actually not having enough confidence in trading. She has over a period of a month or so encourage many to come out of their shells and trade and make profits, right? So this June is definitely what we call the Magnificent June, or the MJ for short, right? If you can see here, on the 12th of October, when she just started to trade and try out, in her trial period, she made a profit of 0.6% in 1 minute, right? In 1 minute, can you imagine that? And then subsequently on the same day, she went into another trade, and in 3 minutes made a 0.88%. Now, after some time, obviously she is more experienced, and then you can see now on the 14th of November 2021, she bought the GSP token, and then selling it on the next day, on the 15th of November 2021, over a period of 11 hours, she made a good profit of 100 USDT. All right, so I mean, like relatively for us to look at um, how hard do we have to work in a day to achieve 100 USDT, which is about $140, is to put many amount of hours to whatever we do. However, in trading, you will just need to set your buying in and then set your selling, um, and then let the money work for you. All right. So how to do that? I believe you need to join us for our foundation course and then experience yourself on how you can benefit from cryptocurrency trading. All right. Another of MJ's trading history on the 15th of November, over a 6-hour period, she made a profit of USDT $50. Obviously, some of you might be asking, I don't think this is like attractive enough for me, $50, $100. Well, we can show you the way on how you can even make profit of $500, $1,000, or more, right? Each trade that you do. But there are some formula and strategies that you will need to input. Right, we will share that with you later on. Another newbie, another new investor on the 11th of November, after just one class, started to trade and made a 1.74%, which is equivalent to USDT $5 in 9 minutes. So for you to be new and yet still making profit is definitely possible. I guarantee you it's definitely doable, and you will not regret that you signed up for our foundation class, and you will not regret that you become one of our A3 investors. This is a business promise, or this is a promise that we make on our end at A3 Invest to ensure that you will be together with us in line with whatever we do, as we have our special groups, our exclusive Telegram group, and also WhatsApp group for you to benefit in your trading journey in cryptocurrency. One of our first testimonial, another one of our A3 investor, bought the Polkadot token, and as you can see, over a 4 days period, made a USDT $409, which is approximately 40.9%. All right, from his capital. But you also will have to look at the amount of capital that he puts in, and what kind of profit that he makes over that period of time. All right. Mr. Kamaru's testimonial, he is now, I mean, he was initially very skeptical of putting his capital into cryptocurrency, because a lot of people out there are saying cryptocurrency is a volatile market, this and that. Some people even say cryptocurrency is a scam without even having the basic understanding of what cryptocurrency is all about. Well, it's just another digital currency, right? So this is something that we need to understand before we have the hands-on experience trading into crypto. Obviously, after being skeptical, Kamaru decided to put his capital into cryptocurrency, and right now he is one of our top analysts, and he shares his technical analysis every Saturday evenings, for the benefit of our A3 investors. So if you are one of them that will want to join us and become our A3 investor, you will definitely benefit from Kamarul's and his team's testimonial, Kamarul's and his team's technical analysis every Saturday evening. All right, so down here you can see his record, that he made 100% profit on the 23rd of May buying into Matic, and then on the 25th of May, selling the Matic token, and then making 100% profit, which is equivalent to what he puts in, which is USDT $495. So if you're asking me whether it's possible to do 100% profit, well, this is the track record, and it's a proven track record, and that's what we are sharing with you. Obviously, you need to understand what kind of token you are buying and how you can really benefit your risk profiling that you first need to know and need to have. Next, we have another A3 investor, which very shy not to want to share his or her name, bought the Safe Moon, and then over a 10-day period made a profit of USDT $1,092. So not bad for a 10 days work, if I like to say that. But then again, he or she didn't really work for it, because they understood the fundamentals, bought in the token and left it like that till 10 days later, selling it because they already set a price that they want to sell and making that good profit. So well done to one of our A3 investor for the decision made to buy into SafeMoon. Another A3 investor bought in the Doji on the 14th of May and selling it on the 15th of May over a 1-day period, made a profit of 1,600 USDT. Well, early on, somebody waited 10 days to make $1,000. We have another one who, over a 1-day period, made more than $1,000. So you can see that based on the quality of token, based on the quantity of amount of capital that you put in, that will determine the success rate of your trade. All right, so that's the one of the formula that we always share with our A3 investors. Another person, another A3 investor, bought in the Matic on the 11th of May and selling it on the 15th of May, making a 77.78% over a 4-day period, USDT $3,111. But you need to look at the buying, because the capital is, you're looking at the red circle there at the bottom is 3,999.96, and then selling it at a price of 7,111.04. So that's 77.78%. Doable? Definitely. Another A3 investor bought the Shiba and Akita. As you can see here, there's so many red circles there because it is multiple trades that have been made, as you can see in the next slide. There you have it. Start date on the 19th of April, and then selling it on the 8th of May, 10th of May, 16th of May, and then over a 3 weeks period, making a multiplication of profits. All right, so it's no longer just making 5% profit, 10% profit, or 50% profit. It is a multiplication of profits, which is USDT $5,605. Not bad for a 3 weeks work. All right, so you literally will have to work because you need to trade yourself. This is not a platform. A3Vest is not a platform where we take your money and then we trade for you. No, we do not do that, right? So what we do is we share knowledge, we teach, and we guide you so that you are able to trade with your own money, your own capital, and make your own profits. So it is really dependable on your knowledge and experience for you to succeed in trading cryptocurrency. All right, please have this understanding that we do not take your money for us to invest for you, for us to trade for you. However, what you pay for is you pay for the course that we teach you, we guide you, we share with you, and then from then on, we will hold your hand, and then until you make good profits and become more confident day in, day out to do your trading. This is our A3Vest roadmap that we like to share with everyone, especially for those of you who are not A3Vester yet. So how do you get out of your rat race? Remember, the rat race is a rat that always tries to get out from the wheel, just like us. where we have our work like the day in, day out, week in, week out, months in, months out, and then expecting to get different results from the same things that we do every day. So getting out from the rat race will need a strategy, will need a plan, right? So, and this is something that we believe at A3Vest we will be able to share with you our roadmap so that you can benefit 100% from it. First, obviously, sign up with our A3Vest foundation course, which is only $198. It is very, very low. It is very, very affordable. And then it is a one-time fee for the foundation course, but you can come multiple times. In fact, it's unlimited number of attendance, whether it's physical attendance in our class or in our office, or whether via Zoom. For the first timers, for newbies especially, we will encourage you, we will want you to be physically in our class, because it is very important for you to have that strong fundamental knowledge, for you to be able to open your exchanges, your accounts in your various exchanges, and then for you to start understanding how you can trade. So for first timers, it is always mandatory for you to come to our class. Subsequently, you can join us via Zoom, or you can come back to our class, but we do have a limit to the number of packs that we can allow at our training center here, because of the COVID-19, or because of the pandemic situation. We can only have maximum 15 packs, right? Next, from starting your after you have started your foundation course, you will begin your crypto journey, and then you can start with a small capital. Well, in cryptocurrency trading, you can actually start with USDT $10. That's the minimum that you can start. But we encourage our A3 investors to start with minimum 100 USDT or even 1000 USDT, because you will understand later when I share the table of how you can achieve your profits. For somebody who pumps in a capital of 100 USDT, making a 10%, and then someone who puts in a $1,000 and still making 10%, the amount is so much of a difference. Okay, if you put in 100, 10%, you make $10. If you put in 1,000, 10%, you make $100. So that is the basic difference that you will need to understand. After which, if you have made your money, we will encourage you to then go on to the next level of buying stocks and shares. And we believe that when you begin your financial commitment into investing on another platform of stocks and shares, you will require a higher capital, which is about $10,000 or even $30,000. So before you go to that level, it is important for you to go through one, for us, very doable and easy to trade, which is cryptocurrency at this point of in time. And then obviously we want you to upscale to another level, which is investing into property, be it residential, industrial, or even co-living, where you require more capital, which is approximately about 50,000 to 100,000 to start off your property journey. Okay. And then we also have our parent company, which is MDG, is pronounced as MDG, although it's AMDG. It's Asset Management Digital Group, whereby we are undertaking a project to build our digital bank within the next 2 to 3 years in the region, in Southeast Asia. And when you have made your money, when you have grown your digital assets, it is only apt for you to deposit your digital assets into our digital bank. And this is where you can enjoy reasonable returns and reasonable yield on a yearly basis, and definitely doable with the community that we have. And now our community are growing by the day, by the week. We started off with like only a few people, like less than 10 people. Right now we have more than 300 people enjoying great profits almost every other day. And then now they have gone into their next level of stocks and shares, investment into property, and next they will be with us for our journey into the digital bank. And this is how we believe that each and every one of us, especially our A3 investors, will be able to enjoy the passive income, because before this, you are actually having your active income, right? So now you will reach your level of enjoying your passive income through multiple stream investing models, and then, of course, enjoying multiple stream income, right? So this is the roadmap that we promise you to go through for within the next 3 to 5 years, eventually allowing you to get out from your financial predicament, and achieving your financial freedom. Now, in our foundation course, this is what you will be going through, which is the module 1 of basic fundamental of investing, and module 2, the blockchain basic information. And then you will be required to come to our class on Saturdays. We only have our foundation course on every Saturdays from 2 p.m. right up till 9 p.m. All right. So of course, in between we have our breaks and stuff like that. We have your tea breaks. You also have your dinner break. And you're only paying $198. Again, I repeat this, that you only have to make one-time payment for this foundation course, and you can enjoy multiple and unlimited attendance for the next as many times as you like. All right. On top of that, at A3Vest, we do encourage you to bring on other people on this platform as you share the knowledge to them, as you share the opportunity to them. What the company does is the company reward you with a commission, and you can utilize this a small token of appreciation from the company to actually put back into your investment into cryptocurrencies. All right, or you can take it out as cash for you to enjoy with your loved ones. All right. So how to do that? Definitely, we will share with you once you are on board as our A3 investor. Understanding your style is very important. Your risk profiling, your capital, your returns of investment, your time horizon, choose your style, as well as whether you're a speculator or whether you are an investor. And all these we are able to help you understand yourself better when you join us as part of our A3Vest team. And then also we have the understanding of strategies, the DCA, dollar cost averaging, value investing, growth investing, and also small cap investing. Excuse me. This is market cap. You can go onto the net and then type in the www.marketcap.com, where you can see on a daily basis the top 10, top 11, top thousands of tokens and coins available in the cryptocurrency market, and then understanding the kind of volume that's available. As you can see, the top two will always be Bitcoin and Ethereum. When you invest into Bitcoin and Ethereum, you will never go wrong. More than now it's almost what, 2021, end of 2021. Sometime we're going to go into 2022. About 11 years ago, or 12 years ago, Bitcoin was like less than 10 cents. And now Bitcoin, one coin is worth, today is approximately about $56,537. It changes on every second, I would say, or every other second. And then it's very valuable because the world is beginning to accept cryptocurrency as a mode of payment. Definitely, a lot of other governments of the world have also ensured that they are coming up with regulations to make sure that cryptocurrency will become part of another legal tender. All right, legal tender. As you can see, if in our fiat currency, we have this note is a legal tender. So it makes the dollar legal for us to utilize as much as we also can make the cryptocurrency a legal tender when each and every government of the world allow cryptocurrency as part of a legal tender or a regulated mode of payment. All right. So you can find this information on the net. This is marketcap.com. And earlier on, I mentioned to you the amount of capital that you put into your trade will make a whole lot of difference. As you can see here, if you start off with $100 capital, and then as we promised, most of our A3 investors look at making about 20% profit per month. By the time you reach 12 months, you are able to make a 643% profit, which accumulate to about $743, including your capital. And then if you minus your capital, you are making $643 profit. All right, this is very doable. In fact, you can multiple your percentage of profits in a month to probably up to 50% or even 100% when you have a stronger foundation and you know and you are already experienced enough to understand each time why you buy this token, why you trade at this point in time, why you buy a certain hour, or why you even buy at all, right? And when do you sell it? All these are information that we have and readily available in our chat group, our special invitation chat groups, in whether it's on Telegram or on WhatsApp, right? So, and then if you look at the next table here, if you putting in a $500 capital, I mean, we're talking about USDT here, or we're talking about US dollar here, right? Over a period of 12 months, as you can see, you are going to still make the same amount of profit, which is $643. I mean, 643% of profits. However, the amount is totally different. All right. By that time, you will be making $3,215.04. So a lot of times, a lot of people have been asking us, what is the minimum amount for us to invest? Well, this is what we share. You can invest 100 because if that's what you're comfortable with, then you are able to make $643 within 12 months, right? Obviously, this is a very doable percentage of 20% a month. However, if you put in a higher capital, if you talk about $1,000, or even right now what you see here is $500, you are able to make 3,215. If you put in $1,000, you are definitely doubling up that 3,000 to $6,000 within a 12 months period. All right. And again, I mentioned that this is just a very doable profits per month, which is about 20%. The right strategy is to look at the quality of tokens. Why you buy this particular token? Why Bitcoin? Why Ethereum? Why Cardano? Why ADA? Why XRP? Why whatever tokens there are in the world right now, which is more than 5,000 tokens that's available for you to buy and trade. And then the next thing is the quantity of buying the amount of tokens. That will determine the amount of profits that you make per trade, right? So first, the quality of tokens. Second is the quantity of amount of capital that you put into to achieve your targeted monthly profits that you want to have. And then next is the frequency, all right? The frequency of trades that you do on a daily basis or a weekly basis or even on a monthly basis, all right? So what will it mean for you to put something into an investment and then you do not trade? And then you're still expecting very high returns or probably more returns than ever. Because like I said, you have to work and make your money, your capital work harder for you, right? So this is the three very important understanding first the quality, quantity, and frequency of your trade, and that will allow you to achieve your financial freedom, right? So, but success is definitely guaranteed here, because if you put your money into your banks, into your savings account, um, you will not be able to even achieve 20%, right? Think about it. You probably will acquire about 0.9% at most, or even 1% if you have it in your fixed deposit over a tenure period of like 28 months or 36 months. But if you put into cryptocurrency trading, and then you trade after understanding, after having a strong fundamental, you will be able to make 20%, 10% on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or even on a monthly basis. So your money works harder for you rather than you just have your money into the banks or just keeping it in the bank, right? Now, do us a favor and do yourself a favor. Please scan this QR code here for us to help you to understand your risk profiling, whether you are a low risk taker or a low to medium risk taker, whether you are a medium risk taker or medium to high risk taker, or whether you are high risk taker. So there are a set of questions that we would like you to answer, and then that will also help you to be able to understand yourself better before you step into the world of investing, especially into any financial platforms. And then this will help you as a guide to make you understand better that, you know, where you want to be, say, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year or 3 years or 5 years, because you will need to have a plan. All right, you need to have a plan to get out from whatever financial situation that you have right now, to be able to make your financial situation much better. Okay, so please scan the QR code and then answer the set of questions. Also, please scan this QR code for you to like and share A3Vest Facebook or A3Vest social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, as well as also you can visit our website at www.a3vest.com to just have a deeper understanding of what we do here at A3Vest. As I mentioned earlier on, we are a learning center that provides you with the information, the strong fundamentals of understanding how you can invest your money, how you can utilize your capital, and maximize profits for your own benefits. All right, so we are definitely on the way to growing our community from right now we have about 300 over people to reach to probably 1,000 by the next couple of months, and then growing not just in Singapore but in the region, right? So we our students come from all over the continent, I would say. Not just Singaporeans, we have Indonesians, Malaysians, Myanmar, we have Australians, and they come from all walks of life, all kinds of professions, as well as all kinds of races. So it's really a good mixture that we have here at A3Vest. Now, if you are very interested to be part of our A3Vest community, or very interested to be part of to begin your journey as an A3Vester, what you can do is to scan and make payment for your A3Vest foundation course. Again, is $198, and these are the modules that you will acquire knowledge in, and then come and attend our class on every Saturdays. Saturdays just for the foundation course, and then we have additional days whereby we invite you back on Tuesdays and Thursdays for you to start your trading journey. All right, so we make sure and we ensure that you have a hands-on training before you start your trade, and then give you that kind of confidence that you can trade in a group before you trade on your own. Okay, so you are not alone when you trade, because you are definitely belonging to a group of people who are trading over on a daily basis, or even on a weekly and monthly basis. When is the right time? Now, people, ladies and gentlemen, now is the best time for you to give yourself the best shot of making some profits in investments, especially into cryptocurrency. Because if you talk about yesterday, it's gone. Tomorrow, you never know. We all will never know what happens tomorrow. Now is the best time for us to make a decision that, hey, we want to learn how to trade, and hey, we want to trade, right? We want to trade cryptocurrency because it is just a matter of time before cryptocurrency is being regulated and being permitted almost everywhere in the world, right? So and before cryptocurrency is being accepted as the next wave of mode of payment that we do on a daily basis. We are already into digital payment anyway, with our PayLah, PayNow, our transfers here and there online, and cryptocurrency is just another level of utilizing digital currencies. Okay, the information that I'd like to share is during this Christmas period, since yesterday, which is on the 1st of December, right up to the 23rd of December, as you can see here, the Christmas tree, Christmas gift, Christmas is the time to give, right? Wow, we can sing that. I think Julie will do that better, right? You can win yourself 100 USDT and you can utilize this to start your trade, right? So A3Vest would want to give you, the lucky winner out there, to win yourself a 100 USDT when you can meet these terms and conditions, which is for every new sign up. Means you as a newbie, you sign up with us on our foundation course, you automatically will get 5 chance in the lucky draw, which will happen on the 24th of December. All right. And then for every FB live that we put up on our A3Vest platform, which is our Facebook, and then you like and share, you get an additional 1 chance. All right, so means if you're a newbie, you get 5 plus 1 every time we have a Facebook live. You like and share, you get 1 more chance, you know, and then another more chance the next day or the following day or the following week. More chances for you to win yourself a USDT 100. We may be surprising you with more good news, so please do come back to our Facebook live and to know more. Right, so again, for any one of you out there, whether you are a newbie or whether you are already part of us, A3 Investor, what you need to do is just like and share every time we have our Facebook live, and then you will have a 1 chance or 5 chances or multiple chances for your name to go into our lucky draw, Christmas lucky draw on the 24th of December. All right, so with that, we have come to the end of our or my sharing on the preview of A3Vest. Right now, what I like to do is like to invite another A3Vester. We have MJ on the line, right? MJ.
Hi. Hi everybody,
Hello,
MJ in the house.
Right, everybody, this is MJ, Magnificent June. All right.
Hi. Yeah,
okay.
How are you?
Right, I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
Fully great.
Obviously, of course, because every day making profit.
That's why you give me this name, MJ. Of course, I have feeling great every day.
Yes, you know, especially last week after going shopping with your trading profits.
Yes, I bought a new Coach handbag. This is what I feel great with my profit, right? So I can buy my own handbag. I don't need my darling anymore.
Yes, your darling bag.
Yeah. Okay, today, done again. Today I need to introduce you a lady.
But before
right?
you introduce,
Okay.
I just want to say, right?
Yes.
Maybe some people out there will like look at you and then mistaken.
Why?
Mistaken you for the host of Gegar Vaganza.
Really? you always make jokes, Sharon. You always,
No, your face is very similar.
Yeah, similar. Like Jihan,
And then the name also got J.
J also. But that one is only JH. Mine is MJ, Magnificent Jew.
Tak nak kalah,
Tak nak kalah. That's why lah.
Okay, so who are we going to introduce today?
Okay, today I'm going to introduce a lady by the name of Valerie in the house also. Yeah, welcome her. So she would like to share how she trade, how she know about A3Vest, how she feels. All right, let's welcome her on board. Valerie, please.
Valerie, where are you, Valerie? Let's wait for Valerie. Wow, the word got Datin some more. Datin Jun Hussein. Not bad, huh? Wow. That means if you're a Datin, your darling bank will be a Dato Azli. Anyway, for those of you on Facebook, thank you so much for joining us tonight, especially for those of you who are very busy with your routine, your daily routine, and then making time to listen to what we have to share. We guarantee you that you will not regret, because you will be on your journey to making good profits. All right. So hi, Valerie.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Everybody's saying hi to Valerie, obviously, right? Okay, Valerie, how long have you been on A3Vest platform?
Actually, it was quite some time, but so it's only 1 year ago only. I started actually in last October. I registered, but I busy so I actually started trading crypto is only in July.
Okay. Started trading crypto in July this year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So why you made the decision to learn cryptocurrency trading? Anyway, before you answer that, how young are you?
I'm not very young already.
Okay, not very young, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
But what made you decide to trade into cryptocurrency?
Actually, just now I mentioned that I had started trading a while ago. Then because the coin is not making progress, it's like the coin is like down.
So
I'm very sad. So I decided to switch to when I joined last year. Then July I started to look at it seriously.
right.
And, I was very lucky last year when I came in. Ethereum is only $400.
Wow.
Then
Wow.
it went up 4,000 over. I didn't look at it. I think it dropped to 3,000 something. Then I convert it and then to USDT, and then I get more and more excited every day.
So you mean you started trading before you joined A3Vest?
Yes, I didn't really trade. Someone do for me. So it's like that's as a middle person. So it's like you must go and call the person. Hello, I want to buy some more token or those stuff. Then I find that don't have the thrill to if compared to doing it myself. Yeah.
Okay. So since July this year until now, we also see your name most of the time as you share your trade histories. I'm sure you are very happy that you have acquired the knowledge and then started trading yourself, right?
Yes.
The thrill is different, right?
Yeah, it's very different. You look at the amount, although it may be small, it's like, but you look at the percentage, it's really very, it's very fulfilling, it's very thrill. Yeah, you want to do it again and again.
Right. So one day, how many trades do you do?
So many on my handphone. It's like few pages. Alamak, I was so crazy already.
So are you working full time that you have a lot of time to trade?
I whenever I am awake, I trade.
Right.
It's like rather addictive. I don't really encourage everybody to do that. It's not healthy for yourself. But after I come for the I joined the class proper. I actually was very lucky that I come in at the right time, and unfortunately gonna hit by the Singapore MAS regulation. Then we have to evacuate from finance. If not, the profit will be even better.
Right. But obviously, I think we also need to encourage as many people to adhere to the rules and regulations set by our government. So we're not here to like do things illegally, right? So we want to do things legally. So it's best to follow the guidelines and to
Yes,
follow
yes.
the rules and regulations, right?
Yes.
So, but more important is to also have the right fundamentals and then make profit,
Yeah, correct.
right? So how much capital that you started with?
I started it last year was only 5,000 plus. Then it went up to 3,002 per coin. So I got 30 over thousand. I
Wow.
started that.
So you started with $5,000 over USDT, right? Or Signal?
No, not USDT. It was I convert to Ethereum.
Right.
Then Ethereum, after that, the price went up. Then when I look at the price, is equivalent to about 35K. So I
Wow.
start trading from there. Then so every day is like some days have $1,000 over I make profit. Some days of course lesser. It's up, up and down.
Right. Well done, Valerie. So what would you want to share and advise to anyone out there who is new and probably wanting to start but not confident? What would you say?
From my experience, I find that it's best to start small. And of course follow the fundamentals. And then that would be the best way to prevent a heart attack. Yeah, of course. Then you can sleep well. You can enjoy life.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
start small.
I think we have
Always start
yeah.
small.
We have to understand that cryptocurrency is a volatile market.
Yes,
So
correct.
in order, but then this is not gambling at all. This is not to encourage you to put all in whatever you have,
Correct.
right? Is to ensure that if you have that extra money or the money that you put into your bank and you don't disturb, it's better for you to take it out and then invest into cryptocurrency and make profits, right? So start small. Yes,
Yeah,
totally agree.
Start small. Follow the
Totally agree.
fundamentals.
Yes.
Sleep well. Stay healthy.
Thank you so much, Valerie. And then continue to be awesome, because you are also another one that on a daily basis, without fail, you share your trade history. You also encourage one another, especially a lot of the A3 investors out there, to have the right fundamentals. Again, keep the right fundamentals and continue to trade and continue to make good profits.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Valerie. We'll see you sometime soon again, hopefully. Right, back to June.
Yeah, she has a very positive vibes, with the
Yes.
400 when she bought the Ethereum, $400, and then now it's become 4,000. See how much is the profit margin? A lot.
That's tenfold.
Yeah. If I were in her shoe, I will keep on trade every day too, you see.
Obviously, then every
I
day
got
you
no
go shopping.
chance to buy Ethereum at that kind of price, 400. Wow, that's marvelous, right?
Yes, I mean, obviously, if we had known and not just known, I mean, we all knew about Bitcoin. We all knew about cryptocurrency way back, but we were all very skeptical, whether it's me, whether it's you, and a lot of other people, right? So
because whenever we heard about crypto, people will always think about losing money, scam,
losing money,
losing money is scam. Yeah.
These are the words that it's always associated with cryptocurrency. But
But after they join the A3Vest, then they know what is crypto is about.
exactly. Likewise, for my experience, after I've joined A3Vest, then I have the right fundamentals and understood how it works and how we can really benefit, right?
Correct.
So,
me too.
right. Who else do we have? We have another person?
We have another one also experienced, Mr. Alfred. I think he joined with A3Vest a few months ago, or a year ago. But he also quite experienced. Maybe he wants to share. Let's welcome him on board. Olana.
Alfred. Let's wait for Alfred.
Hi, I'm here.
Alfred, yes.
Hi.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
All right, fine,
Evening to
because you are
everybody.
Fine because you have been making good profits?
Sorry?
You are fine because you are making good profits or why?
Yeah, since I joined, A3Vest, wow, I learned a lot of things, especially I learned from June. Now she teach me, where to go in, where to buy, support and all this assisting.
But you have more experience because you joined much earlier, right?
I joined earlier, but I still don't get the real from June. Wow, June really tell me how to do it. Wow, now I got more, more and more, like more accuracy, in the sense that,
Okay. So how much did you started with cryptocurrency? I mean, your capital.
That time I come in about 5,000, but then I make almost double.
Right. In how long?
So I also learned from here the beginning. I learned from Pearly also lah. Pearly teaches how to trade slowly lah. But this these 2 days I learned from June. Wow, really I get more confidence. Now she teach me a better way. Wow, like now I actually hunt up more. I can make more. Wow, like say instead of I make 4,000 or 5,000, maybe 10,000 double.
Right. We can
No
see
more
you.
double, triple.
Triple. Okay. On the triple.
We can see your excitement and your enthusiasm to
I'm
make
very
money.
excited. Since I
Right. So what do you do on the full time, sir?
Full time. Actually, I half so-called half retirement. Actually,
Wow.
my business in in China. So because of COVID, I cannot start here for 2 years.
Okay. All right. So what kind of advice you can share with people out there who wants to, try to start their cryptocurrency journey?
No, I think I can learn from A3Vest here. I think it's, to me also, I don't know anything. I've learned from here. I start from here. I think it's easy money. Easy money. I also don't know I can make money. But since I learned from June, I told you, June tell me double or triple. Wow, I'm so excited now. So tonight I must try again. Okay.
All right. So thank you so much, Alfred. I think your test trade history is one of them. We always share on our preview.
Yeah. This is how I do. You good lah. I find that you all should learn easy lah. A3Vest Trade is a place there where you can come in and learn and make simple money, easy money. I think.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how young or how old, right?
Yeah. I so old already. Still people want me. Money still love me. I still love money. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Alfred. So we wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
More profits. Make more profit.
恭喜。Okay.
Even though half retirement, also daily income comes in. Good.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm sure we all want to be part of the kind of lifestyle that Alfred is going through. By the time we reach that age, or even best still, if you are young, whether especially when you're 20 plus.
When you're young, you're more different.
Yeah. And
people
then
like us are already still going. Wow. So excited. What about young people?
Especially youngsters nowadays. Youngsters nowadays, they are all tech savvy. They understand technology, the digital world. I'm sure they can do so much better, right?
Yep. Yeah, of course.
All right.
More take about the young brain, But see, old people like us still can make money. I'm sure they make triple, 4 times by us. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Come enjoy us.
I saw somebody with you by the side.
Oh, he's our best friend. Good friend.
Good friend.
Yeah, good friend. Also one of our so-called investor here.
Right. A newbie, right?
Newbie.
I think by the time the next 1 or 2 weeks, maybe he can start sharing his experience as a newbie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that's it.
So Alfred, thank you so much. Alfred,
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfred. Yes.
Anything that you like to say?
The newbies, he was also excited to trade.
The newbies want to join.
We will talk to him. The next 2
Oh,
weeks.
he wants to talk. Okay, okay.
No, I'm not.
Oh, he wants to talk also? Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Your
So maybe Valerie can help to mute, unmute first or mute.
somewhere that
Okay.
All right. So I can see everyone is very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, everyone's so excited about trading, Sharin.
Yeah, and learning from you, everybody has benefited. You know.
My pleasure, my pleasure. But you know, be it of what age, of what races, they are so happy in class. We are just like a family-oriented class, you see.
Yes,
They are so happy.
and that's what we love because we wanna build a family here that understands
Correct.
and we believe very strongly into
Yes.
trading cryptocurrency. And well done, not just to A3Vest. I think more important is well done to you, MG.
Thank you.
One person who were very skeptical.
Yeah, yeah, correct, true. I was so
never believe
reluctant
in-
about this. Never believe in crypto. Never. You
Right,
see,
right.
but once I make my first trade, followed by my few trades, I feel more confident. Yeah, I learned to study how to trade. This is how I am now.
All right. So
Yep.
for those people out there, whether you're on Facebook or whether you are anywhere, join us. Facebook Live. Remember to like and share the Facebook Live. You will be able
Yes.
to USDT. Who knows your luck is with you. But more important is for you to join A3Vest. You know, sign up the A3Vest Foundation course because you can start your journey and learn from MJ and start making profits. All right. And then
And you
after
can
that,
come the course a few times, you know, and we will still
Multiple
push you
times.
it's just one-time payment, 198, and you can come many times. Yeah.
yeah, for the foundation course, right? And then
Correct.
obviously once you make profit, you can join Ju to go on her shopping spree.
Yeah. Let's join me. Welcome to the club.
Okay, Ju, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you to you, Sharin. Yeah.
Bye. Take
Okay,
care.
I see
All right,
you for the
everyone,
next one.
we'll see you when we see you, everyone. Please remember
Right.
to like and share, and whether you are a investor or whether you are a newbie, because you stand a chance to win USDT 100. All right. Good evening,
Right.
everyone.
Thank you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.